coaching perspective, do you approach games like this differently? Do you try to maintain the same style, the same intentions in every game, or is it in the back of your head that, well, if we lose this one, it's over?
I think for the most part, you try to keep going doing what you've been doing all year. Like, you're not going to make huge major changes to what it is, but you do know that regardless, you have to play to win. So, I mean, if you got guys that are going, you got to use them more. You're kind of laying it all on the line, right? You have to. That being said, I think there's, like, for our team, like, we have a couple keys. Like, I touched on it even with our team this morning with some other media that, like, we got to make sure it's a full 60 tonight. Like, you can pick a period out of every game that we played where we weren't good enough, and that's on us. You know, Dallas is making it difficult on us in a lot of different areas, but a full 60 minutes is the first key to success for tonight. And, I think we're capable of playing better than we've played throughout the course of this series, especially for a full 60 minutes, and we'll need that tonight, and we'll make the adjustments as far as making sure we're doing everything we can to win as the game goes on.
With we saw Devon Taves out there. Is he good to go then for tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously in the playoffs in the second round, players and teams are not really lacking motivation, but how much does having someone like Zach Parise in that room, knowing that he has publicly said that this is his last chance to go into this game, knowing that someone like that is pretty much fighting for his chance?
Yeah, we've touched on this before. I think it doesn't hurt, like everyone has their own personal motivation, the team's motivation from being together and working towards a common goal for so long. But you have guys, I think if you step back within our room and look at guys like Zach and the team wants to win for him, I think that should help motivate guys to be at their best. When you care about your teammates and your family, which we are, it just, you sometimes looking outside yourself and what motivates you can help even more.
Last game, Cale said guys seemed a little nervous on the ice to him. Did you sense that kind of going into that game, and do you feel like maybe a little bit more relaxed today?
Yeah, I didn't feel it going into the game, but just from watching, like last game, the period that I didn't like was the first period, right? And obviously we got badly outchanced, and I used the term, it looked like we were frozen out there. Like we weren't jumping with any sort of aggression. We just not skating with the puck. I don't know, just trying to be too safe, whatever it was. I'm sure it will be different tonight because now you've got nothing to lose now, right? You're going to go put your best foot forward and play as hard as you can and execute the best you can. And it's become more and more clear as the series goes on. You can't take a period off against the Dallas Stars. You're not going to win. So they understand that. I sense we're a little more loose today, though. Yeah.
Jared, I'm sure you have a sense of the kind of minutes that Nate and Cale should play to be at their best. But when your season's on the line, I mean, you throw sort of caution to the window. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But,
Yeah, and we've heard this for years that we ride our top guys too much and too hard, and but we have that set number that we go to all the time and they've played at for 8 years in a row, and it's in the 22-minute mark for the forwards, and Cale and those guys are 25 and 26, and they maintain their game throughout a course of 82 games, and they're actually getting more rest in the playoffs than they are in regular season. It's certainly a tougher game and harder to find ice, but we've had pretty good balance with our minutes throughout the course of the series, and our guys feel good and feel rested. We're in constant communication with them, but no question. Touching on what Kyle said, it's like we're going to do whatever we got to do with the minutes tonight and try to survive and go again. Yeah.
Going back to the mood, it seemed like a pretty positive mood in the room just now. Obviously, you never want to be on the brink, but knowing how Dallas is going to feel, trying to close out, is there an element of this that's fun for you guys? Say, hey, we're going out there playing fast and loose, and just with nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think you can always get wrapped up in worry, anxiety, frustration, like all those things at any point throughout the course of a series. It's supposed to be fun all the time, especially in the playoffs, you know? So I sense our team can get uptight, like just from being with them for so long. There's been times when I've been like, why are we so uptight for? You know, the series is at 2-1 and we've like, what did we think the series was going to be? You know, it was definitely never going to be easy. So yeah, I'm hoping that our guys can take a breath and relax today. We've talked about it, and it seems like guys are in a good spot. So Dallas is going to come at us hard and continue to do exactly what they've done, and it's up to us to respond and play our best game of the series.
Last one, Megan.
In looking at what to exploit with Dallas, have you gone outside the series at all, looking at the last year's Western Conference Final and looking at what Vegas might have done well to expose some vulnerabilities?
Yeah, no, we've looked at all that even prior to the series, yeah, and continued to look at it throughout the course of. We didn't go back to last year, but we've gone back to, like, we have all the data on teams that have had success against them in ozone play, off the rush. It's a different time of year, so everything tightens up. But, you know, funny enough, we were the team that created the most against them during the regular season. So that's where we started. Yeah, but we've looked at the other teams and, yeah, ideas, shared them with our guys. Like, we've been doing that for 3 games now. Yeah. Yeah, would help.